Welcome everybody to another episode of the Shake and Bake. And on behalf of the entire Shake and Bake crew, we wish you guys a happy new year. Entering a new decade of 2020, we look back briefly on all of the cool stuff that happened.
It's like VTEC solo mode.
Salud, muchachos. Oh, shit. Yo, where we at, Steven?
We out here.
Last year and all of the amazing things that brought us to this point in our time here. You guys know that overall this channel hasn't really ever been something that we ever put forward to try to make any money or try to become famous. It's really just a collection of our personal projects, the community, other people. We don't really focus so much on our own stuff as much as we love to bring in and entertain other individuals and have a sense of community. So one thing, absolutely looking forward, we want to start, broadening our content. We want to definitely do more footage with the homies from Southern California, other parts of the States, internationally, like we did videos in Australia with the amazing people out there. And it's been a really amazing year for everybody. Jonathan, basically the man, the mystery behind the Shake and Bake, he's upgraded his camera gear. He's been stepping his game up, and honestly, without Jonathan, this entire channel would never exist. We hit a milestone of 1,000 subscribers this year, which isn't really anything to us. I mean, we don't do this for that aspect. We just love to put forward the content that we put forward, which has always been just raw, unfiltered, moderately, mildly edited, just to cut out all the crap and just kind of give you guys something quick and something enjoyable, so you're not sitting through just minutes and minutes of pointless dialogue. And the way I look at the videos and the way we put forward our videos, we kind of have like a chaotic harmony. It's not like we try to be organized with our videos. We just kind of like to just turn the camera on and record the moment and then share that with you guys. So we do thank you guys for being along with this ride and hanging out with us for so many videos. And we really hope to continue with the quality of the content. Like I'd mentioned previously, like John has gone out of his way to put a lot of money forward and invest in new equipment. He could have easily have a super rad drift car by now if he really wanted to, but his heart is in the community and bringing you guys awesome footage, better footage, cleaner footage, and we're gonna continue forward with this year, 2020, with that content. Oscar, he's been hustling with his S13 coupe build. He just got the engine bay painted, got all that beautiful fabrication work done by OTB Fab. He just dropped the SR that he had built years ago, and that thing's a beast on its own. So we have footage of that whole process we'll be definitely putting forward in the very near future. We got SR Mota, we got Gary, old Miata Gary, that he got his car painted not too long ago, and we're still trying to get some footage with his car now that it's painted. Although we'll let him talk about the paint job and how he feels about it in a future video. And that's Alpha Gary. And then we also have Trent, which is also known as
Two-tone HS13.
Two-tone HS13. This past year, he acquired a brand new built S14 SR20 DET. The motor itself with the bottom end capable of doing 550 horsepower, but he's been hustling his ass to get the full build done. So he bought a long block and he needed to buy the turbo, the manifold, throttle body was missing. He's going with a Haltech and a wiring specialties harness for the Haltech ECU. So we're gonna do a video with his build and how his motor's coming along, all the parts that he's definitely collected over the time. He's been definitely trying to push to get that whole SR hopefully in his coupe by this year. So we got cool footage with him. Of course, we've got Daniel, which he's been collecting, you know, a treasure of wheels and parts for his S13 hatch, which we need to do a follow-up video with him as well. We've got Yo Drift, you know, Yeskas with his S13 coupe and also his FRS. So we've got to do a little footage following up with how the coupe is coming along. And of course, we've got all the guys from the shop, and we also from the shop, and we also have footage with the guys internationally in Australia. Got some really cool stuff in plan for the spring, so I'm really excited to be able to bring you guys some more content with the boys from Australia. And yeah, but like I mentioned, you know, this channel wouldn't be possible without all the homies that we have here domestically and internationally. And I want to definitely do a few little shout outs for some few people who have definitely gone out of their way to thank and appreciate the work that we put into the Shake and Bake. So one of my old time homies, you guys probably know him, his name's Masai, and he's got his new line of clothes coming out. He's got some really dope shirts that he's coming out with, and he's got some stickers that he's putting out with us, and he's hooked us all up for free. Everybody in the SoCal community definitely knows about Masai. He's a really old school 240 S chassis guy. He's been in the game longer than I have, and I started in 2008. And you know, he had an unfortunate issue with his spine, which left him paralyzed from the waist down. But the guy's been hustling and working on his S13 and doing a bunch of work on his cars. I hope to see him real soon and do a video with him. Would be super rad. We also got a bunch of homies from SoCal that we've got queued up to do videos on their cars. Big shout out to Josh, the homie from Australia. You guys probably know him as Joybreak. And thank you, Josh, for all the really badass stickers that you do. You guys should definitely check out his Instagram page and his website. He's always putting out really cool goodies to buy, like shirts, stickers, mini Nabori flags. And yeah, definitely check him out, please. Super awesome dude, has a gorgeous 8.6 Corolla. He drifts, he gets down. He's definitely one of the grassroots homies and works and busts his ass off with photography. Also shout out to Damien from S Chassis AU up down in Australia. He also is the guy behind Keeping It Simple, which I totally love that concept of just, you know, keeping your cars traditional, simple, and just focus on the driving. Also shout out to Steven out there in Australia. He's got a bunch of badass stuff. You guys know him as Street Stalker, but yeah, Steven Placencia. He's the big homie out there. Definitely check out his stuff. He's gonna be coming back real soon, and we're gonna be doing a bunch of content and footage with him. Love you, brother. Hope everything's going well out there. And yeah, and myself, this year has been a huge roller coaster for me. I've sold my S13 hatch to C10 Hakusoka, which is my really good friend Han. I also sold my S13 coupe to my good friend Yeskas, which you know him as Yo Drift 86, or I'm not sure if he's still doing that Instagram tag, but he's also a good friend. I also, after I sold those two cars, which I was well known for building them in the community here in Southern California and other parts of the United States, I went ahead and I bought my Indian Scout Bobber, which I've already put on 10,000 miles on that bike, and I'm going to do a follow-up video on the collaborative effort of like an overall year of riding. So kind of got a lot of good things and bad things to say about the bike, but definitely want to do a 10,000 mile review on it. I also picked up an S13 Silvia Club Ks, and obviously as well my dream car that I was able to buy this year was an Autech version S15 Silvia. Shout out to Steven for helping me make that possible. So yeah, I mean, a lot of changes in my life this past year in 2019, big ones. Sold the two cars, bought the bike, and bought two of my dream chassis, which was an S13 Silvia and an S15 Silvia. You know, Japanese spec, Japanese domestic market cars. So yeah, guys, again, thank you for everything you guys do. You know, this channel has been such an opportunity for us to be able to put out some awesome things and content that we've always wanted to do. And remember, none of this would have been possible without all of the friends, the worldwide drift community that we have here. We're all fortunate to be a part of this amazing subculture, and thank you to you guys for making all this possible. And we hope that we can continue forward and bring you awesome things in this year 2020.
Like, subscribe, and comment, baby. There you go.